make him have to be a lot more precise to be able to act successfully. On the other hand, put him on wobbles, he'd be able to break things up really easily with the nanas there.
And we do have 2 ice climbers in this game, but because of the team dynamics that we have, I think we're going to be seeing different playstyles from their teammates that create different sorts of advantages for the ice climbers themselves, because like we talked about earlier, the ice climbers like to set up on a strong position in one spot and just kind of stay there. And I think for Ty and Dizzkid, we're going to want to see Ty do a lot of puppy guarding on that. He's going to want to stay around Dizzkid throughout that sword, make sure that Axe isn't getting in on Dizzkid the way he's going to want to. I'm actually really interested to see the way the 1v1 dynamics are going to work in this and the way that the teams deal with that.
Absolutely. That's one thing that I was looking for Ty to be doing more of in previous teams matches, to be puppy guarding, to be zoning, to be throwing out the sword in places where they want to be. And he seems to want to play a lot more of an aggressive style. He's reminded me a lot of Axe in the way that he's been playing aggressive in these teams matches. We'll see if he changes that philosophy by the fact that there are a lot of Eskimos on screen. But I think that's what will be best for him, to just play as reactively as possible. We'll see how it goes. What are they going to want to strike? It's basically striking for Marth versus Pikachu. I have a feeling Axe and Wobbles are going to want to go to Dreamland. And Ty and Dizzkid are going to want to go to Pokemon.
Well, why do you say that?
Not Pokemon.
Yeah.
Why are they stuck to these 2 stages? I feel like these 2 both benefit Axe and Wobbles. All right, here we go, Pokemon Stadium. So we're going to get really, really strong Pikachu up smashes out of this. And if a wobble does get set up, it's not going to take quite as much percent before it's going to KO for guaranteeds.
Now, what I'm really interested to see on this stage with this matchup is the way Ty decides to interact with the platforms in order to protect Dizzkid.
Mm-hmm. So this is one of Ty's favorite stages, matchup. You know, like ignoring the matchup.
Like right there at the beginning, exactly what I was trying to say. Dizzkid kind of stayed back under the platform as the initial approaches were happening, and Ty kind of stayed on the platform and swung that big sword in order to create a wall, sort of.
I think it's going to actually be a significant factor in this set, whether Ty and Axe can tell the nanas apart. They're very similar colors, and I could see some friendly fire going down just because one of them doesn't realize they're hitting the wrong one.
Oh my gosh, that was almost a double edge guard.
Ty doing an amazing job of walling out Axe, got like 50-something% for free there, but as he ran off to follow up on that, Dizzkid died.
That was a very unfortunate situation from there. That's kind of why Ty was sitting there trying to wall him off. They were sandwiched in between both members of the blue team, and now they're on opposite sides actually. Ty trying to make it back to the stage.
Yeah, Wobble saw very clearly back in that situation that Ty was focused on walling Axe out, so he was like, okay, I'm just going to take my liberties with Dizzkid.
Axe manages to take out Nana there.
That was a brilliant late nair from Ty there. I know it didn't accomplish all that much, but I love that nair. Would definitely at least go on a date with it.
Now Axe right now has Ty backed up against the edge of the cliff.
Woo! Such a heavy-hitting move, and nobody went anywhere.
Oh, do we have ourselves a pit fight?
Ty's going to win that pit fight. Ice climbers, they really need to get a move out before they can do anything about it.
Axe and Wobbles both retreating the cliff right now.
Throwing out their neutral B moves. Yep. Controlling as much space as possible with both of those projectiles. Dizzkid trying to respond in kind, and Ty just kind of throwing out moves to counteract them.
And what's tricky here, we have Wobbles and Dizzkid both playing. One is playing with the Sopo, one is playing with both ice climbers, and we're seeing a lot different playstyles because of that. But Dizzkid just loses stock, and I didn't even notice. Wobbles, that's the first stock he lost.
Yeah, Wobbles was tanking pretty hard there.
The red team has the stage control right now. Axe is going to try to use his mobility to get in, make something happen. Oh, but he's off stage now.
And that's one thing that if Dizzkid does set up that wobble, as they've been trying to do, Wobbles can just throw out a projectile and knock him out of it. Ty dies at 69%. We'll see if that comes back to affect the game. So Wobbles has lost another stock. That's brought it somewhat close. It is definitely within the realm of possibility for a red team to bring this back.
And you see right here, Dizzkid just setting up the fortress in the middle of the stage, but Axe goes in to break it up. Got a bit too
Ty,
overaggressive.
yeah, there
right
we
there.
go. Ty
throwing out
trying
some
to
hitboxes.
avoid the Nana. I think if he had forward smash left, he would have taken a stock from Axe, but he was worried about killing DizzKid's Nana. It was the last Nana that DizzKid was going to have. Wow, how did Axe dodge around Ty's up B there? I was worried that,
Axe, don't do it to him.
Oh my goodness, is that a thing?
I guess it is.
Oh my god.
What? That's a thing.
Wow, okay. I'm really impressed. I was just talking about this, how Axe snaked around Ty's recovery with his up B so that he didn't refresh Ty's up B and save him. That was a really precise angle that Axe had to hit to be able to go around him in that direction, but also to still make it back. Axe just showcasing how good he is at getting those angles, as I'm sure you all know already.
So what do you think we're going to see for the next stage? What do, found
There we go.
Of
There's
course.
the answer.
I like this pick. We have Ice Climbers who are fantastic on the stage, but we also have Marth, who has those big sweeping aerial hitboxes that can keep people up on the air in this stage, you know, without the platforms.
I do find it interesting that Ty didn't want platforms. I would think that that was something that would help him against Pikachu. But, well, with a character with the developed shield drop game that Axe has, maybe not. It's just, this is one of those stages that Axe performs very well on historically. Shoutouts to Koopa Kid for this analysis that was really just heckling, but the way he put it was Axe will screw you up, shall we
was that
say.
3 thunders in a row?
Yes, it was.
It's storming outside.
Axe will screw you up on FD, he will screw you up on Battlefield. What happens from there is up to you.
Now, we've seen a little bit of a change in the 1v1s that we've been seeing in this match, because for the first few stocks, we were seeing the Ice Climber Ditto happen as Axe was doing a really good job of keeping Ty separated, keeping that 1v1 happening. But now we've reset to that a little bit. For a while there, we were seeing the 1v1 switch.
Axe is at 4 stocks still, and that's something, okay. Yeah, that's something Red Team needed to do something about. Now, if they can take a stock off Wobbles right now, which they
Axe was on
very
the edge
nearly did.
trying to help Wobbles make it back. Good tech from
but
Axe.
Wobbles is winning that 1v1 straight up. He is beating dizzkidboogie. And if they keep setting that up, I think that's going to be too much to overcome, because it's Ty versus Axe, and Axe has a lot of experience against Ty. Hasn't lost to him in a while.
There's a setup on the 1v1 again, but then Axe quickly switches, goes in on dizzkidboogie.
I'm really impressed. It didn't work, but Axe used his up B to clip Nana so that Nana could not teleport to DizzKid to help with the side B or the up B. DizzKid was able to get back on his own power, and his Nana is still alive, but that's what Wobbles was going for there, and I'm impressed that he thought of that. Wobbles is able to just set up a grab. No way that Ty is going to interfere with that against Pikachu with her quick up smash. It's looking like
putting on a lot of pressure there to make sure that Wobbles is able to get back to the stage.
DizzKid has a grab on Wobbles, is able to finish it off. Ty is just stuck walling out Axe, not able to get too much damage, but Axe is sitting at 3 stocks there, so being walled out, not really concerning him right now. He's happy to provide those stocks for Wobbles.
There we see Axe again handling Ty.
Got an edge guard on Axe, gets disrupted by the tail spike. Wobbles is able to go in and finish off the Nana. True Ice Climbers player, he knows, oh, Nana's free. Let's get her.
Axe is going to go take out Nana right now, but Nana actually goes for the stage instead of the ledge.
Wobble's able to split them up with a grab.
Are we going to see a 2v1?
Wow.
One of them fighting Popo, one of them fighting Nana.
Both of them showing their expertise at taking down the Ice Climbers. Wobbles from playing the Ice Climbers, and Axe from playing against Wobbles so often. 2-0 in Axe and Wobbles' favor. Ty and DizzKid are going to need to figure something out because they have lost by significant margins in both games.
I think a big part of that is, like we saw really big affecting it last game, that DizzKid is just losing the Ice Climbers Ditto against Wobbles.
Definitely. Ty is able to wall Axe out very reliably. He might not necessarily beat Axe in the 1v1, but he is certainly capable of putting up a fight and forcing Axe to trade with him instead of just rolling over him entirely. So the question is what they want to do with dizzkid, whether they want to send him into that Ices Ditto or whether they want to try and play the team game more, try and get Ty more involved in what dizzkid is doing.
I think you definitely want to play the team game more because sending dizzkid into that Ices Ditto has not been working out yet. And I would actually like to see more of Ty doing some puppy guarding. I feel like Ty is doing too much trying to go after X. I feel like he should be staying back with dizzkid more, trying to protect him more from wobbles going in.
The thing about puppy guarding is that Ty is definitely taking up that space and throwing out moves to ensure that one partner doesn't go in. But when you're puppy guarding, you have to be careful that your teammate is not being bodied at the same time. It doesn't matter if you're zoning one player out of the fight if that fight is being lost behind your back.
And I'm actually being told right now that Wobbles and Axe are actually teaming at Smash and Splash 2 later this summer.
Oh, I'm going to be able to see that too. Yay. I love Wobbles. and Axe. I mean,
who doesn't?
Love them both,
They're just
but
like two of the most likable guys in the Melee community.
Yeah, there are special places in my heart for both players, and I'm going to get to see them. Yay. I get to see Axe all the time, which is why I was less excited, but like Wobbles, he's in Texas now. But I get more Wobbles time.
So
all right, here we go.
Straight back to Final Destination. It looks like Ty and dizzkid feel like they might be able to do something different this time around to make the stage work for them.
dizzkid looking like a peach main right now. 3 down smashes in a row.
And the reason that was working was because Ty was staying on the side and he just kept knocking Wobbles back into it.
Highlight reel. Did you see that? That was only like a 3-move combo, maybe. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too excited about this, but woohoo!
Oh, X is sitting on the edge thinking he was about to get that raw F smash on Ty. Not quite. Gets him up in the air.
Sometimes I see characters attacking Nana, and I'm like, there's 6 characters on screen. You could be attacking 2 of them. What are you doing with your time? I almost feel like that's not the best use of their time at any given juncture.
I think there was a period there where every single person was off stage.
All right, Wobbles is able to finish off both of dizzkid's Ice Climbers at once.
A little bit too early on that counter. If that had been half a second later, that would have actually hit both of them.
I am so confused. Counter. Have you ever played or watched debug mode where they've got 6 characters on screen and it's just a cluster? That's what I'm looking at right now, and I'm so confused.
Well, I mean, what I'm seeing right now is dizzkid doing a lot better job of setting up the fortress in the center of the stage, and then Ty just doing a better job staying near him, exactly what he needed to do.
And it's clear that Red Team has practiced a lot of these team combos where they just keep bouncing each other back and forth between each other. So being in that position as Ty, that helps you set those things up. dizzkid has been getting a lot of these nice back throws that have been putting people in very bad positions very quickly, making them miss the DI. So if Ty is able to follow up on those, they could get a lot of percent on these players without really having to win neutral or anything like that more than once.
Oh, Axe with the quick ledge grab into the neutral air that's going to knock
dizzkid with the amazing
my gosh,
save.
But Ty still made it back.
dizzkid knew what he had to do. He threw that ice block, and Ty was just in the exact right place. Unfortunately, Axe able to go off and up air him. So for all of that trouble, never actually really accomplished all that much.
Well, he was able to take the stock, and now dizzkid is on his last stock. So I would say he was pretty successful there.
Oh, I was talking about dizzkid going out there.
Oh, okay.
dizzkid gets a grab. He is wobbling.
He has a wobble.
Can Wobbles interrupt it?
But
Ty is just throwing out sword swings.
He is making Final Destination great again.
dizzkid actually could have kept it going a little bit longer than that. Ty did have the coverage, but still 73% is nothing shabby for really safe percent on Axe.
Wow, we were looking at
but that is exactly the same situation on the other end. Honestly, I would try and go for these handoff combos. Where is our down throw to other stuff that you could probably smash DI out of, but might get the read on? I don't know. I feel like the quick damage is worth more.
It was so difficult for X there because he was trying to make space, trying to make the ledge a safe place for him to go, but Wobbles was just pinned in the corner, and Axe was so terrified of trying to get by him, pretty much.
Axe does so much work to go in and just clean up and save Wobbles. It looked like Red Team was in a position to edgeguard Wobbles and have the 2v1 situation, but Axe just gets in there and says, nope, not yet. We're down to 2 Sopos.
So we have the team edgeguard going on right now. Oh my gosh, the air dodge from Wobbles saving him. I really
Ty
like
with
the
some amazing
Thunder Jolt
2v1
right there.
coverage right there. Able to clip Axe on the way up. Able to edge guard him a little bit. Knocks Wobbles away, gets a forward smash. This is
great
still
play on the ledge
incredibly
there.
doable. Ah, strong neutral air. Finishes Ty off 3-0. We're going to have the run back of Axe and Wobbles versus Silly Kyle and S2J in grand finals.
I mean, Ty and dizzkidboogie did really adapt there, and by the third game, they were playing the team game a little smoother, but I think they just, at the end of the day, lost the 1v1s, and that's something that just comes from